Yo, what up? It's Young Fresco. I got another video for you guys today, man. It's been a little minute since I was able to upload this. I had a couple technical difficulties, but I'm back at it, man. And today I'm doing this little transformation cut right here on my boy Ricky Cuts. And we're gonna start the video off, man. Right here, I'm taking the number 8 guard, and we just knocking down that bolt. He right there, he's just he checking to see if the length is all right. He wanted to get all that color off. I think before he had it colored like a titanium type color, and then just played around with some different colors and stuff. But he's tired of it, so you know, we knocking it off. We doing something a little bit different. And right there, still using the same number 8 guard. You know, you got to go against it in every different direction, especially with the longer guards. You got to make sure you get all that hair cut off. And just like I did in the last video, man, I'm going in right here with my JRL 1090s. Got my my fade blade on these things, and I got them zero gap real nice. No tug, no pull, no bite. And you see right there, man, it's taking down that bolt real nice, man, real easy. That's the thing I like about these JRLs, man. They so lightweight, and I feel like they get they don't get enough credit, man. Like JRL puts out some nice clippers, bro. Some really nice clippers. I in my opinion, I believe at a very affordable price. Very good pricing on JRL. But anyway, man, back to the video. You know, just got done taking down all that bulk. Now I'm going in with my my Panosonic Arc 5 shaver, and we just balding them out. I really like this shaver too, man. This shaver, it gets down real smooth, real easy. It doesn't irritate my client's skin. My clients appreciate it. And right here, man, got my Fresh Fade 2020s. Got them opened up all the way, went up about a 1-inch guide. And now I'm coming back down. I got it about midway. You see right there, I just closed that lever all the way closed. And we're just kind of working down with it. And when I'm doing the initial blending, initial fading, I'm not worried about getting it perfect. I'm just trying to get it done. Right here, I'm back to my 1090s because they got that fade blade, so they zero gap and they get that bald line out real nice. Right here, I'm back to my 2020s, and I have my number 4 guard on. And you can see I'm kind of using this little flick out motion. I'm using the comb to feed the hair into the longer guard. And I believe right here, this is the number 2 guard. And pretty much what I did right there is I did like a skip guard method. The 4 blended to the 8 and the 2 blended to the 4. So I'm not back and forth with all the other guards. I ain't got to use the 7, the 6, the 5. I just go about like halfway. Whatever the bigger guard is, I go with like halfway that guard. So if it's a 4, I use a 2. If it's a 3, I use a 1.5. But anyway, I got my my number 1 guard on right here. And I'm using pretty much the same technique as I did when I did the open blade. I'm just going, when I did the no guard, I'm doing the open blade and then I close it, working my way down little by little. Wherever I left off at with the open blade, I'm going right underneath that. The same thing with the guard. If I got a number 2 guard, I'm going right underneath that with the 1.5 guard. If I got the 1.5 guard, I'm going right underneath with the 1 guard. And you can see right here, I got my half guard on. And like I said, we're not trying to perfect it right now. I'm just kind of trying to get it done. And my boy right here, he's got a few little dips and dark spots in there. So for this haircut, yeah, we definitely gonna use a lot of corner cutting, just getting that hair off of him. We don't got a compressor, guys, not yet. You know, the owner, he's working on it, and we gonna get it in there. But for now, I gotta make that work. And you can see right there, I'm doing that little technique where I'm holding on to the guard because I just don't want to be going back and forth. You know, it's too time consuming. But I'm going in now. I'm starting to do a little bit of detail work. I got my Fresh Fade 2020s, and I'm doing a lot of corner cutting right now. I'm just kind of blending whatever little bit was left over from the open blade. I'm blending that into what was the half guard. And for this haircut, I can tell you right now, I'm gonna be doing a lot of corner cutting. I mean, you can kind of already see like all the dark spots, and it's a little bit tough because he's got that color on top of his head. So when you got like different colors going on like that, it takes a little bit more work just because you want it to blend in And then, you know, we're trying to keep the shape of the haircut too. We're trying to keep it to fit his head. We don't want to have one side way higher than the other. I have a particular way I want this haircut to look. So yeah, like I said, there's gonna be a lot of corner cutting. You see right there, I got I like to call it my detailing guard, which is the half guard. And you see right there, man, I'm just attacking them corners. I'm just getting at it. Now we're back over here on the back side of the head. Same technique. I'm going in with the open blade, and I'm gonna follow the same system on the other side. If you guys can leave in the comment section below, you know, let me get some feedback. Right now I'm doing right side, back side, left side. And I think eventually, just for the sake of time, I might end up cutting out one of these sides. But I mean, if you guys really want to see the entire video, like the entirety of the haircut, then, you know, just comment below, like, you know, you're feeling it, you're vibing it. Because if not, I might just end up cutting out at least one of these sides. I might just do right side, back side, instead of doing right, back, and left, you know, just because it's very time consuming. But anyway, let's get back to the haircut, man. I pretty much did on the top right there in the crown area. I did the same exact thing I did on the right side. I went in with the foreguard, and I didn't take it all the way up to the crown because, like I said, I'm going for a particular shape. This is going to be a mid drop. So I went in with the 4, did that same motion with the comb, went right underneath that with the 2. Right here, I believe I'm back at it with the number 1 guard. And like I said, you can see right there, guys, you know, with the little dips and all the dark spots, it's gonna be a lot of corner cutting in this video. And right here, I'm back in the I'm back with my half guard, and we're just going in there, we're attacking those little dark spots. You know, we're picking at it, we're poking at it. I'm probably gonna pop off that guard right now anytime soon. And yeah, guys, when it comes to really trying to perfect that blend, really trying to master the cut, you guys gotta understand, like, it's a process. Right there, I'm back with the no guard. But yeah, guys, it's a process, man. You know, like, you're not gonna just there is no quick steps to like 1, 2, 3 and then this haircut is done. Like, no, like, you can get the haircut done, but you really want that nice blurry fade, you have to go back in there and detail it. And when with detailing, man, it's kind of hard to like just say, oh, this is like a one size fit all. It's like, you know, like some people you need corner cut, and some people you got to kind of raise one side a little bit higher to match the other. You're gonna see later on in the video, I'm gonna show you a little technique that I use to get these dark spots, because with this corner cutting, it's a great technique, man. It's very effective, it really works. But when it starts to come down to when the hair gets a little bit longer, like this you see on top, I got that one guard and I'm going in there, I'm trying to get those dark spots as much as I can. But you got to be very careful with the clipper when you're going that high up into longer hair, because it's very easy to just start chopping off too much. And right here, I just kind of turn the chair, because you see right there in that little corner, we're gonna tie that in. Normally, guys, like I said in my previous video, if you didn't watch it, I use this system all the way around the head. I really don't stop on one side. I used to do that, but it's just like this video, it becomes very time consuming. So now I do the foreguard all the way around the ridge, then I'll go with the number 2, number 1, and I just do that back and forth, and then I save the detailing to the very end, just, you know, for the sake of time. But for the video, I'm showing it to you this way, where I'm just doing it section by section. And when you do work like that, section by section, this is what happens right here. You kind of get these little corners right here in the back of the head that you always have to go back in and tie in. And that, my friends, is one of the reasons why I stopped using that method where I go right side, back side, left side, because I always kept getting stuck on these little corners. Nothing wrong with it, it's just time consuming, and when you're busy in the shop, you kind of got to get moving. Now we're back over here on the left side, and same thing, guys. Oh man, I think I realized, like, but when I got on this side, I forgot to shave him down in the back side and the left side. So after I put that initial guide in, I was like, man, something ain't right. So I whipped out the shaver and I went ahead and just knocked that down. And that's how it is in the barbershop, man. Sometimes, like, once you kind of figure out your technique and you get it down pat, and you kind of just start skipping steps, and you like realize, oh, you know, I'll bottom out at the end, ain't no big deal. But like I said, we're doing a YouTube video here. I'm trying to keep it as organized as possible. I had to think to myself, you know what, let me go back in there and just shave that down real quick. So that's what I did. Now, same thing, guys. Open blade, mid blade, and then we close it, working our way down back to the 1090 with the fade blade on. I keep getting confused, man, because I want to say fresh fade blade, but it's the fade blade. Fresh Fade 1090 is what the clipper is called, but it's the fade blade that I'm using and a taper blade on the 2020s. Now with the fade blade, you do have to order that. It doesn't come with a fade blade. It's not too much though. You order that and you zero gap it. With the 2020s, it already comes with just the original taper blade. I don't adjust that. I just leave it as it is. I really like it. And back to the haircut, guys. Same technique. I put the 4 guard all the way up there to the ridge. Now I got the number 2 working right underneath that 4, and it's with the guards, guys, I just use open blade, closed blade, open blade, closed blade. I save like all the middle notches and all that other stuff for when I detail. Like I said, I just try to get the haircut, done as quick as I can. Obviously I never rush a haircut, but I just want to get it done so that way I can spend the majority of the cut detailing it. I just want to get it done though. Got the number 1 guard back on, and on this side of the head, his left side, you can see right there in the front, it's a little bit darker than it was on the right side. That's just kind of like the way his hair is, and you'll notice that with a lot of clients. I have clients of mine where one side is like a whole lot easier to fade than the other. One side or the hair can be like more dense and more coarse, and the other side you get some like real bad light spots, and you got to kind of create this illusion of a blurry fade and a more fuller head. And I feel like that's the beauty of what we do, man, as barbers. Not everybody has the perfect hair shape, not everybody has the perfect hair or the hair texture. It's up to us as barbers to try to give the client as best of a haircut as they can possibly get. It's our duty to make the client feel good about this cut. Yeah, we making money, and that's always good. That's always good motivation, man. But when you get that client, you spin around the chain like, yo, this is the best cut I've had. You don't understand, when I go out places, people always telling me, yo, where you get your cut at? And I'm like, oh man, you gotta go talk to my boy, Fresco Blends. Anyway, excuse my rant. I was just kind of getting into the moment right there. But let's get back to the haircut. I got no guard on now, man. I got the no guard. I'm in there with an open blade, and we back in there, and we corner cutting, we detailing. You can kind of see right there in that little corner parietal ridge, around that area, there's some dark spots. I'm gonna show you a little technique in a little bit on how I'm gonna get that out, but for now we're still doing a little bit of corner cutting. You can see right there, because my boy, he's got a couple little dips, couple little dark spots. And back to the 1090, I'm just going in there getting some little details, a little bit of corner cutting, trying to be very cautious with this clipper, because like I said, that fade blade is really close, so it's very easy for me to put in another line in there. I used to fade with a lot of the older models of JRL. JRL has like 3 other models prior to this 2020, and they're all pretty good. My thing is though, it's just this lever, man. It's really hard to beat this lever. Nothing wrong with the notching system, but that lever, man, it just makes things a whole lot easier and faster. Again, I still love JRL, man. I love the clippers they produce, but when they came out with this 2020 model right here with the lever, man, it was a game changer. I think it's got like a 4-hour runtime, man. And then I forget how long it takes to charge it, but it doesn't matter. I mean, 4 hours, that's good. I believe the 1090 is actually it's a 7-hour runtime, so that's, man, I don't never gotta put that on the charger. All right, man, here we go, man. I'm doing some shear work, man, showing off my shear game. I don't do too much crazy shear technique, man. I really think this is probably the most advanced stuff I do right here, is just this little shear over comb, maybe a little bit of point cutting. But I see a lot of videos where guys do all these crazy techniques. I don't know, I just don't do it, man. I keep it kind of simple. Majority of the cuts, a lot of just shear work like this. And And like, here goes this technique I was showing you guys. You see, this is a point cutting technique that I use to kind of get out those dark spots, man. When I learned this technique, bro, this was the game changer for me. This right here helped me out with all my haircuts. And you can see right there, the dark spot is disappearing. This technique ain't no different than when you're doing like some texture work on the top of the head and you do that little point cut. Because what it is you're softening the blend, you're softening the cut. When you do like just a very straight flush cut on the top of the head, you start to see like those ridges. That's no different, guys, when you have the clipper and you're just kind of just cutting with the clipper. It's like a real just harsh flush cut. Yeah, you can do some detail work, but when it starts coming to when you get like these longer hairs like this, definitely I recommend using some shear work, man, because it's just gonna soften up the hair. It's gonna help it lay down better, and it's just gonna blend a whole lot better, in my opinion. And just going in there with the thinning shears, I'm not going in too deep. I'm just kind of just touching up those ends. I just want it to like just blend down and lay down really well. But that point cutting technique, man, that right there is what's gonna help out a whole lot. It's no different than when you're pulling up the hair and you're doing point cutting. You're doing the same thing. I just like to use my finger there as a brace because I don't want to go too far in. But I'm going in and cutting, but I'm not going in cutting. I'm more going into the hair and pulling out and cutting. Okay, I'm not sure if you're too familiar, whoever's watching this, I don't know if you're too familiar with doing point cutting techniques, but that's basically like how it works. That's one-on-one. You know, you don't go in cutting, coming out cutting, because you go in cutting, you end up cutting your finger, and I've done that plenty of times. So I'm using pretty much the same technique, same motion when I'm doing this point cutting on the blend. This is just that detail work. And here we go right here, man. I'm just kind of tying in that hair. I mean, it's blended, but it's because of the color. It's kind of giving it like that little bit of an off contrast where it looks like it's not blended, but it's blended. So that's why I'm going in there with some shear work. I'm just kind of really tying it in together. Did that point cutting. I'm using the thinning shears right there just to kind of get it in. And again, guys, this is that detail work. There ain't nothing wrong with going back to the clipper to get the haircut done. Unless you're one of like the speedster barbers and you just want to just get them in and out, then all right, yeah, you don't want to be going back and forth picking up guards and clippers. But me, I as hard as I try not to, man, I always end up having to go back in there and just detail the cut. It's in me. I can't stop it. It's like there's no off switch, man. I see something wrong, I gotta go in there, I gotta cut it. Obviously I gotta keep everything under a certain time limit, man, because when my next appointment's coming, I can't get behind. But I try to get as much done as I can in my scheduled time frames. Now right here I got my T outliner, and this is with the GTX blade. It's zero gap, so it does cut pretty sharp, but it's still good enough to use on kids. And that's something that I always make sure is that my trimmers are pretty much very universal. I don't have too many, really I don't have any other trimmers. This is just my one. I do want the JRL ones, I just ain't picked them up yet. But I like to have like a one size fits all, man. I like to be able to use my trimmers on my adults, my kids, my seniors. I don't like having too much clutter at my station. So pretty much what you see me cutting with in my videos, that's like almost all that I use. And anyway, I'm back in here, man. I'm just cleaning up my boy. That blend, man, it's looking nice, it's looking good. I'm getting him that nice close shave. The majority of my balding, I use my my Panosonic foil shaver. But when I'm trying to kind of get into like these little corners, these little details right here, especially like around the lip area that you're gonna see in a little bit, my boy PJ, you're acting silly. I like to use my smaller foil shavers. Right now I'm using the Andis. No particular reason, it's just what I have. You know, I've always had like little Andis foil on deck, so that's what I got. Now we're getting the lineup done, and as always, man, I like to start in the middle, do one side and hop over to the other side of the chair and just mimic the same thing. Right now I'm just kind of eyeballing it, but I'm gonna turn them around, I'm gonna look in the mirror, I'm gonna double check my work, man. The lineup it's crucial, man. I feel like with the lineup, man, that makes up like 50% of the I'm sorry about that, y'all. We got that on video. My boy Mike, he acting silly. Anyway, back to the cut, man. In my opinion, man, the lineup makes up like 50% of the cut, man. Like, I know that sounds ridiculous, but half of that haircut, you know, it's a fade. I feel like you can kind of get away with a fade, you know, if you miss a couple spots, but that lineup, man, that part right there is important. That's like, you know, when the client looks in the mirror, that's what's gonna catch their eye the most. It's like, man, like, yo, is that crooked? Is that off? So I do kind of spend like a lot of time when I'm doing the lineup. I try to get that, you know, as even as possible, as crisp as possible. But yeah, man, we here cleaning my boy up, man. He's looking good, he's looking sharp, he's looking fresh. Fresco blends. But hey, man, this is my boy Ricky Cuts, man. You make sure y'all check him out on Instagram. Exactly what I just said, Ricky Cuts. I believe that's Cuts with a Z. My boy, he be putting out some work, man. He's an up and comer right now. Got the razor out, man. We just cleaning them up. We touching up the haircut, and you can see right there, man, that lineup after you hit the razor, it just pops, man. It just comes in crisp. And we doing a little bit of the backhand. I said this in my previous video. I used to kind of pull up the headrest and lean them back and do all of that, but for me, I don't know. I just feel like because of my time and stuff, I just kind of learned to use this technique, so I don't have to do all of that. I can just keep my client's head upright. Unless I'm gonna do like a full shave and stuff, then yeah, you know, I'll pull up the headrest, I'll lean them back, you know, we'll get the skin, you know, nice and tight. But for this, man, when I'm just kind of just cleaning up the eyebrows, cleaning up the edge, I'm just gonna keep my client sitting upright, and I'm just gonna use some of those backhand motions that were taught in school and stuff. And yeah, man, just cleaning them up, getting all those little extra hairs. And that right there, the clients notice that, man. When you make sure you catch all those little hairs all around the eyebrows, get it off of the cheek, especially like around the ear, you make sure you get all that shaved, they're gonna appreciate that. They're gonna notice that. And they, you know, a lot of compliments that I get with my cuts and my styles is just that I take my time and I do the detail work. I do the little things, and you know, that goes a long way. You know, that's kind of became my brand and my reputation, where I'm taking my time. I'm putting in detail, man. I'm passionate about what I do. You know, I take this very serious. And right there, you know, I just put some hair product in my boy, and we got this little texturizing comb. I don't know if that's a proper term for it, but hey, you see the texture in there. It gives it kind of those little waves, that little look. And we finishing it off with a little bit of hairspray. You know, we just patting that hair down, man. My boy, he's looking right, he's looking fresh. And this is the final result, man. And you see that blend, man. It's blurry, guys. It's all in the details. But anyway, man, I appreciate you for watching the video. And if you haven't yet, please like, comment, subscribe. And as always, man, thank you for watching Fresco Blends, and I appreciate you.